Okay, before I start on the homework question, I want to do a quick recap on what we have covered yesterday. We learned how to solve quadratic equations. Quadratic equations are equations that look like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, we have learned how to find the values of a, b, and c for any quadratic equations. And they look like this. There will be an x squared term, there will be an x term, and a constant, and then it is equal to 0. So an example will look like this, minus 2x squared plus 8x plus 1 equals to 0. So there are certain values of x that when I substitute inside, the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. And our objective is to find those values of x. So we have introduced you to the quadratic formula. This formula will always work. It is given to you for your national exams. It states that x, as in they are literally telling you the answer, no. They are telling you the answer. X is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. If people tell you the answer, you better be able to substitute it correctly and get the correct answer, because there's so much help given already. Your job now is to find out the values of a, b, and c, then you substitute them inside here. This is given over here. Okay, so in order to solve this, we need to state what is the value of a. Can you all help me out again? Yesterday morning you all did really well for a, b, and c. So what is the value of a? Negative 2. What about b? What about c? Okay, good. Now we will substitute them exactly into this formula that is given to you. No need to memorize. So we state that x is equal to, what should I be writing now? The minus sign. Minus something. What am I supposed to minus? 8. Because it says minus b and b is over here, 8. Then I write down plus minus, and I see a square root. What do I square? 8 squared. Then minus, again minus, 4, copy down only. Now I see the letter A. What should I change it to? Negative 2, and I see C. So it is 1. Over 2 times of something. What is it? What is A? Negative 2. So this is my answer over here. So we use our calculator to help us. Minus 8 plus minus. Now 8 squared minus 4 times minus 2 times 1. Okay, so inside the square root I have 8 squared. Minus away 4 times of negative 2 times 1. But we didn't need to write 1, because you multiply by 1, you get the same thing. But if you want, you can just enter everything. And we see what is inside this square root. Oh, we say 72. Is 72 a perfect square? Because when I square root this 72, square root of answer, square root 72, I get a very ugly number. It's an irrational number. Okay, so I keep it as square root 72 first. I don't want to write so many decimals. Now all this is divided by 2 times of negative 2. 2 times of negative 2 is negative 4. I'm almost reaching my final answer already. Here I have 2 options. I can break this plus minus into literally 2 separate answers. Minus 8 plus root 72 over negative 4, or minus 8 minus root 72 over negative 4. There are 2 answers. We need to work both of them out. So the first one, so this is a fraction. Okay, come up with a fraction. Negative 8 plus square root 72. In your denominator, it is negative 4. The first answer, negative 0.12132. Since it is not exact, later on I need to round off to 3SF. The default is 3SF. So this is one answer. The other answer will be, so you see, after you have keyed this in, right, you don't want to press AC and clear everything. You go back, and then you change this plus over here. Change it to become a, change the plus to become a minus. Okay, then we don't have to key everything in again. The other answer will be 4.12132. So now we do our rounding off, negative 0.121 or 4.12. These are our final answers. If you substitute this or this into the original equation, your right hand side will be very, very close to 0. You know why I say very close and not equal to 0? Why am I saying it is very, very close to 0 instead of saying it will be equal to 0? It's because there is a rounding off over here. If the value is exact, then it will be exactly 0. Since I'm doing a rounding off, then I will get something very close to 0 instead. Application of the quadratic formula is very straightforward. All you need to do is to ensure that you have the correct values of A, B, and C. In order to ensure you have the correct A, B, and C, your original question must have this form. Something x squared plus something x plus a constant equal to 0. Must be equal to 0. Then I can apply. Okay? So let's take a look at our homework question. This over here. 4x squared plus 3x equals 0. Check. And you should be telling yourself, I can solve ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0 using x equals to minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I can do this. As long as it is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now you compare. Do you have ax squared in the question? Or what is the value of a? 4. Good. Do you have bx? What is b? 3. Do you have c? Then how? Yes. We can rewrite this, to become 4x squared plus 3x plus 0 equal to 0. Looks funny, right? But the reason I'm writing it this way is because I can now see very clearly that a equals to 4. B equals to positive 3. The sign is important. And my value of C equals to 0. We can do this for questions that look like this. 4x squared plus 5 equal to 0. For example, another question. Let's change this to minus 5. Okay, for this question, what is the value of a? 4, yes. A is the number or the coefficient of x squared. So a is equal to 4. But what about b? Do I have an x term? Don't have. No x term. So I need to create an x term. I will rewrite this to become 4x squared plus 0x. There is no x. Then minus 5 equals to 0. So now it becomes the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Where in this case, a equals to 4, b equals to how much? 0. And c equals to negative 5. Okay, so this is another example. Final example I'm giving you, since we are on this particular skill of writing 0. Another example, 3x minus 5 equals to 0. 3x minus 5 equals 0. Again, we want to solve for x. Do we need to apply the quadratic formula? That means, do I need to say, oh, a equals to something, b equals to something, c equals to something, then I apply the formula? Need or no need? Would you say that oh, a equals to 0, because I want to rewrite this to become 0x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0. So a equals to 0, b equals to 3, c equals to negative 5. Would you want to do this? Would you want to do this? So you're a bit suspicious. I don't know whether I give you a trick question or not. You can do this. You can. But seriously, there's no need. Why? Because the original question is 3x minus 5 equals 0. You can just solve this straight away. 3x equals to 5. X equals to 5 over 3. Done. No need quadratic formula over here. Okay? So there are some questions do not require the quadratic formula. When does that happen? When there isn't an x squared. Whatever we have learned before this topic were all linear equations. There wasn't an x squared in the question. It is just x to the power of 1. And when you see x to the power of 1, you don't have to use the formula. This big chunk of formula is only used when you have a x squared term. Alright? Okay, so back to this question. Since we know how to solve all quadratic equations using the formula, we'll now do the substitution over here. And it says that all we have to do is just copy. Answer is x equals to, it says minus b. So b is 3. Then it says plus minus. Copy it down. After that, we have a square root. B squared. The b value here is 3. Sometimes it could be negative. Then you will need to put a bracket. Right now it's positive, so I don't need a bracket. B squared, then minus 4. A, which is 4. And C, which is 0. I love to multiply by 0 because it becomes 0. Okay? So this equals your square root over 2 times A, which is 4. Now we simplify whatever is inside the square root. Minus 3 plus minus square root of 3 squared minus 4 times of 4 times 0. And I know that this whole portion is going to be 0. Meaning I'm left with 3 squared. And 3 squared is 9. Then I have to square root it again. I'm going to get 3. Okay, so this is 9. So minus 3 plus minus square root of 9, which I know it is 3, divided by 2 times 4 is 8. So this plus minus results in two separate answers. They are minus 3 plus square root 9 over 8, or minus 3 minus square root 9 over 8. If you're not confident, use your calculator again. Minus 3 plus square root 9. Oh wait, this is a fraction. So minus 3 plus root 9 divided by 8. Our first answer is 0. The second answer, go and rewind until you come to the plus. We're going to change this plus to become a minus. The other answer is negative 3 over 4. At this point, you should check your answer either by flipping to the back of your textbook or just substituting answers in. If x is equal to 0, if this is correct, when I substitute inside, the left hand side will give me 0. Now 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 times 0 is still 0. So I guarantee my answer is correct. You can do the same for the next answer. Okay? This was a homework question. Can I have a show of hands how many of you got it correct? Excellent. More than half. Okay, so here we have the next homework question. And this time it is slightly different. Because I said whenever you want to use the formula, you have to ensure it looks like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then you can use x plus, minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Look at the question. Do you have it in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0? Have or don't have? Don't have, right? Right hand side is not 0, obviously. So we need to make this equal to 0. I want to get rid of the x squared. And I do so by subtracting x squared on both sides. 3x squared minus x squared results in 2x squared plus 5x equals to 9. The x squared on the right hand side disappeared. I am getting closer to 0 already. Now the next thing, I want to get rid of this 9. Because if I minus 9, then I get equal to 0. When I minus 9 on the right hand side, left hand side also minus 9. Resulting in 2x squared plus 5x minus 9 equal to 0. So now, our values of a, b, c are obvious. What is the value of a? 2. B. C. Now, substitute. X minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So calculator again. Minus 5 plus minus square root 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 9. 97. Another weird number. Over 4. Okay, so there are two options for this. So x will be negative 5 plus square root 97 over 4, or negative 5 minus square root 97 over 4. These are our two options. I do not evaluate over here yet. Okay, I don't want to write minus 5 plus 9.848857802 blah 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 over 4. Very troublesome. I'd rather write down the exact value, square root 97. If it's only the next step, then I will evaluate. 67. No, 97. Right? You have to check your signs over here inside of square root. Okay, so now I will key in the answer for this. This is a fraction. It starts with negative 5 plus root 97 divided by 4. 1.21221. Or, go back, change the plus to become minus. Negative 3.71221. Round off to 3SF. 1.21 or negative 3.71. Is this the correct answer? Okay, that's why I don't need to answer it, yeah? Okay, so that brings us to the end of the homework question. Okay, so while some of you are doing your correction, okay, you will find myself repeating myself many times. Because we are really doing the same things over and over again. This has an x squared. So I require it to be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. That means I need the right hand side equal to 0. At the moment, right hand side is not equal to 0. It is x plus 20. I don't like that. So I want to remove the x. How do I remove the x? Minus x on both sides. Very good. So I minus x on both sides. I'm left with 2x squared. Minus 2x, man? plus 3x minus x, left with plus 2x plus 9 equals to 20. Okay, getting closer already. Then minus 20 on both sides. 2x squared plus 2x. 9 minus 20. Wait. Minus 11, yes. C. So what is A? 2. B. And C. What is C? Yes. Now formula. Given to you x minus b okay, so now using what we have, x equals 2. Can you check your work that you did write down this? You must have written down x equals 2. Instead of just writing down the formula, minus b plus minus blah blah blah. That's not good enough. You must tell me what you are calculating. And in this case, we are calculating x. So this gives us minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4 times 2 negative 11 over 2a. This will give you 1 mark. Okay, correct substitution is 1 mark. Now with the evaluation. So minus 2 plus minus square root 2 square minus 4 times 2. This is square root 92 over 4. So 2 answers. Minus 2 plus square root 92 over 4 or okay, so substitution, fraction minus 2 plus root 92 divided by 4, 1.8979. The other answer, change the plus to become a minus. SF 1.90. Okay, 2 answers over here. Who got this correct? Okay, good. Alright, part C. I need it to be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Right hand side currently not equal to 0. So what should I do to both sides right now? Minus x squared. We get rid of the x squared on the right hand side. Three x squared plus x plus 12 minus x squared. Okay, so I have subtracted x squared on both sides. The x squared on the right hand side disappeared already. Now, 3x squared minus x squared is just 2x squared, isn't it? I can skip this step. Just change this to become a 2x squared. Save a bit of time, right? Now I want to get rid of the negative 2x. How do I get rid of the negative 2x? Plus 2x, yes. Please don't go and minus away another 2x. negative 2x minus 2x, you minus 4x. To get rid of a negative 2x, I need to plus 2x to it. So from here, next step, plus 2x. Resulting in 2x squared plus 3x plus 12 equals to 15. Now I don't want the 15. I want it to be a 0. How do I get rid of the 15? Okay, minus 15. So 2x squared plus 3x, 12 minus 15 is negative 3. And we have achieved equal to 0. At this point, what is A? B? C? Okay, now, formula. Very tired of writing it all the time. So, x minus b okay, we just refer to this on the board. From here, x equals to, you must write down x equals to minus 3 plus minus 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 3 over 2 times 2. This is 1 mark. Three square minus square root 33. So there are two answers here. Okay, two answers over here. Okay, let me check whether the answer is correct. Okay, thank you.